Shocking, but could it really be true? Kim Go-eun and Seo Kang Joon, two of Korea's brightest stars, have just stunned the nation with a secret wedding, sealed by a vow moment that left fans utterly speechless. Was this carefully hidden romance unfolding behind the cameras all along? Or did they truly keep the ultimate secret until now? Let's join Red Carpet Revealed and uncover every detail of this unbelievable story, right now. Seoul had seen countless rumors, countless headlines, and countless shocking twists in the world of celebrity culture. But nothing could have prepared the city, or the global entertainment community, for the revelation that landed like a lightning bolt. Kim Go-eun and Seo Kang Joon, two of Korea's most beloved stars, had secretly married. It was not announced through polished press releases or glamorous photo spreads. It was revealed in whispers, in blurred images of a vow exchanged in a hidden ceremony. And it left fans reeling, gasping, and scrambling to piece together a love story that had been hidden in plain sight for years. To understand the gravity of this revelation, one must first understand Kim Go-eun herself. She is no ordinary actress. Rising to prominence in her 20s, she carved out a career defined by depth and transformation. From her breakthrough in Amuse, where she stunned audiences with her fearless portrayal of youth and vulnerability, to her iconic role in Goblin, where she became a household name across Asia, Kim Go-eun had long held the nation's heart. Her presence on screen was never just about beauty, it was about authenticity, a quality that drew audiences into her performances and made them feel as though they truly knew her. And yet, in her personal life, she remained an enigma. Despite constant speculation, she managed to protect her private world with a kind of grace that few in the industry could master. Seo Kang Joon, meanwhile, was a figure of equal intrigue. Beginning his career as part of the idol actor wave, he quickly proved he was more than just a pretty face. His role in Cheese in the Trap cemented him as a rising star, and subsequent performances in Are You Human?, Watcher, and Grid showcased a range that critics had once doubted he possessed. Known for his quiet charm and soulful gaze, Seo Kang Joon embodied a kind of understated masculinity that contrasted sharply with the more flamboyant personas of his peers. Fans adored him for it. Every smile became the subject of online forums, interviews dissected for hidden meanings. It was inevitable, perhaps, that their paths would cross. Both darlings of the industry, both celebrated for their depth, both relentlessly pursued by cameras and yet elusive in their truths. They were cast together in industry events, appeared at overlapping awards shows, and shared friends within the entertainment elite. Whispers began to circulate years ago, quiet murmurs of chemistry too natural to ignore. But when asked, both brushed the rumors aside with polite laughter. Their professionalism always the perfect shield. What no one knew was that behind that shield, a story was unfolding. Friends would later say that theirs was not a whirlwind romance but a slow burn, a relationship built on mutual respect and quiet moments away from the cameras. They were cautious, meeting in carefully chosen places, avoiding the traps that had ensnared so many other celebrity couples. While the public speculated wildly about their personal lives, Kim Go-eun and Seo Kang Joon were crafting something real, something that mattered more than the glare of flashbulbs. And then came the ceremony. It was not the spectacle fans had imagined for two stars of their caliber. There were no sprawling ballrooms or red carpets, no throngs of reporters camping outside. Instead, it was held in a secluded venue on the outskirts of Seoul, attended only by family and the closest of friends. Guests were sworn to secrecy, phones collected at the door, the air filled with a reverence that made even the most jaded industry insiders tremble. Kim Go-eun, dressed in a gown that was elegant but understated, down an aisle lined with soft candlelight. Seo Kang Joon stood waiting, his expression carrying the weight of years of secrecy and the joy of finally declaring his love openly, even if only to those in the room. The moment that would later be known simply as the vow moment unfolded with a rawness no script could capture. Kim Go-eun's voice trembled as she spoke, words filled with vulnerability and strength. She spoke of years of hiding, of nights spent guarding their secret, of the quiet love that had sustained them through the storm of fame. Tears glistened in her eyes as she promised not only to love but to stand beside Seo Kang Joon through every challenge, every headline, every twist of life. Seo Kang Joon, normally so composed, broke down. His voice cracked as he answered her vows, hands shaking as he slipped the ring onto her finger. He confessed how difficult it had been to watch her from afar, to pretend to be nothing more than colleagues while his heart belonged entirely to her. And then, in a line that would ignite fan forums for weeks, said, "I don't care if the world finds out tomorrow. All I care about is that today, you are mine." Erupted in tears and applause. Even the most stoic guests overcome by the sincerity of the exchange. No one intended for the world to know so soon. Yet secrets, no matter how carefully guarded, a way of slipping into the light. A grainy photograph surfaced online, a blurred image of the couple at the altar. Their faces partially obscured but unmistakable. Photo spread like wildfire. Fans refusing to believe at first, then gasping as more details trickled out. An anonymous guest whispered to an acquaintance, who whispered to a blogger, who broadcast it to the world. By the time the agencies issued their carefully crafted statements, the revelation had already taken root. The world was stunned. Fans across Korea and beyond flooded social media with disbelief. Some celebrated the romance they had long suspected, joy pouring out in messages of support. Others were heartbroken, their fantasies of one day standing beside Seo Kang Joon or Kim Go-eun shattered by the reality of their union. Hashtags trended worldwide: Go-eun Kang Joon wedding, vow moment, secret ceremony. National outlets picked up the story, their headlines echoing the shock of Seoul. K-drama stars secretly wed and vows that left fans speechless. As the dust began to settle, one thing became clear. This was not just another celebrity wedding. This was a cultural event. A moment that would be dissected and remembered for years to come. The secrecy, the vows, the raw humanity of it all, this was more than gossip. As a reminder that even behind the carefully constructed images of stardom, love can thrive. Hidden but unbreakable. A day it chooses to reveal itself. And yet, the revelation was only the beginning. What followed was a storm unlike anything the industry had seen before, an aftermath filled with media chaos, fan hysteria, and cultural shockwaves that would redefine not only their careers but the very landscape of Korean entertainment. The hours after the revelation unfolded like scenes from a drama. Seoul was buzzing with whispers, cafes filled with heated debates, and phones lit up with messages that all seemed to begin with the same stunned phrase, "Did you hear? The secret was out." And the entertainment industry was scrambling to catch up with a love story that had rewritten the rules overnight. The media frenzy was immediate and merciless. Outlets ran with whatever fragments of information they could gather, guest lists, alleged wedding photos, and hand accounts of the ceremony. Tabloids speculated wildly about how long the relationship had been hidden. Morning shows replayed grainy images in endless loops, inviting commentators to dissect every blurred detail. In the middle of it all, the vow moment became legend. Witnesses described the intensity of their voices, the sincerity of their tears, the way Kim Go-eun's hand trembled in Seo Kang Joon's as they declared their devotion. That moment, even filtered through whispers and leaks, resonated across the nation like a collective heartbeat. Agencies tried to regain control, releasing brief, measured statements confirming the marriage but offering little else. They held a private ceremony with family, one line read. Another urged fans to respect their privacy as they begin this new chapter. But the statements did little to cool the fire. Instead, they added to the frenzy. Agnes interpreted as deliberate mystery. If this was all true, what else had the stars been hiding? How had they managed to keep something this monumental from a nation of fans trained to notice every subtle clue? The reaction from fans was divided but fierce. Flooded social media with congratulations, celebrating what they called the most romantic twist of the decade. They praised the couple for protecting their love and expressed admiration for their ability to defy the pressures of fame. Hashtags like True Love Wins and Go-eun Kang Joon forever trended, with fans posting artwork, fan edits, and heartfelt letters to their idols. But not everyone was ready to embrace the revelation. A smaller but vocal faction expressed disappointment, even anger, accusing the stars of betrayal for keeping such a secret. For years, fans had dissected every interview, every glance. They were privy to the truth. Now, confronted with a reality that the couple had been hiding in plain sight, some felt deceived. Message boards buzzed with heartbreak, confessions of shattered fantasies, and debates about whether celebrities owed their fans honesty about their personal lives. The moment itself became a global phenomenon. Within days, snippets of the vows, translated and shared by fans who claim to have connections to wedding guests, circulated online. Kim Go-eun's words about loving quietly, in shadows. The day the world could see us spread like wildfire. Seo Kang Joon's emotional line. I don't care if the world finds out tomorrow. Today, you are mine. Was printed on t-shirts. Put in fan fiction. And set to music and TikTok videos that garnered millions of views. For fans who had never been in the room. Details became gospel. Proof of a love that was both ordinary and extraordinary. The industry, too, reeled from the impact. Brands scrambled to adjust their campaigns. Whether the couple's new status as husband and wife enhanced or threatened their marketability. Some advertisers saw opportunity, envisioning endorsements featuring the pair as Korea's ultimate power couple. Others worried that fans, especially those who still clung to romantic fantasies, might reject the image. Production companies examined filming schedules, unsure whether Kim Go-eun or Seo Kang Joon would step back to adjust to married life. Behind the scenes, colleagues and friends began to speak, carefully, anonymously, about a couple's journey. A stylist whispered to a magazine that she had noticed their subtle glances during a photoshoot years earlier. A crew member from a drama confessed that he had once seen Seo Kang Joon waiting outside a set, hidden under a cap, just to walk Kim Go-eun to her car. Each anecdote added to the tapestry of their hidden romance. A picture of two people who had fought fiercely to protect something fragile in a world that demanded exposure. Globally, the news reverberated. NN labeled it the Korean wedding that shocked the world. Japanese media dubbed them a drama come true. Chinese fans flooded Weibo with celebration, dubbing the couple Go Kang, and pairing their names. Even Western entertainment outlets, usually slower to cover Korean celebrity culture, dedicated segments to the revelation, marveling at the secrecy and the sincerity of the vows. Story transcended borders. A universal tale of love overcoming the odds. In Korea, however, the cultural debate deepened. Some praised the couple for asserting control over their narrative, breaking free from an industry notorious for suffocating its stars. Others criticized them for bypassing tradition, choosing secrecy over transparency. Talk shows debated whether celebrities should have the right to hide their personal lives, or whether they owed their fans the truth. Universities even held seminars on the cultural implications, framing the secret wedding as a challenge to the relationship between Korean stars and their audiences. Through it all, Kim Go-eun and Seo Kang Joon remained silent. Their only public appearance is carefully curated and free from commentary on the wedding. Kim Go-eun appeared at a charity event. Composure intact but a ring finger impossible to ignore. Seo Kang Joon was spotted at an airport. His expression calm but his silence impenetrable. Their refusal to feed the frenzy only heightened the intrigue. And yet, beneath the chaos, there was a kind of magic. For fans who chose to see it, the revelation was not a betrayal but a triumph. It was proof that even in an industry obsessed with exposure, love could survive in secrecy, nurtured in stolen moments until it was strong enough to face the world. The vow moment, stripped of glamour and spectacle. It is a reminder that at the core of every headline were two human beings, trembling and in love, promising forever. The story of Kim Go-eun and Seo Kang Joon's secret wedding will not fade quickly. It will be replayed, reinterpreted, for years to come. Documentaries will revisit it. Magazines will mark anniversaries. And fans will continue to analyze every glance, every gesture, every word of those legendary vows. For now, the world waits for the next chapter. Will they share more of their life together? Will they step into the spotlight as a couple? Retreat further into privacy? Only time will tell. But one truth is undeniable: the revelation was not just about two stars joining their lives. It was about rewriting the script of what is possible in the world of fame. It was about love defying expectation, secrecy defeating scrutiny, and vows spoken so sincerely that even the most skeptical hearts could not help but tremble. The moment left fans speechless. Also left them hopeful that in the end, under the harshest lights, love can win. Oh, the secret is no longer hidden. Kim Go-eun and Seo Kang Joon's wedding wasn't just a private union, it was a revelation that shook Seoul, stunned fans across the globe, redefined what it means to love under the brightest spotlight. Trembling vows whispered in candlelight to the viral storm that followed. This story will be remembered not as gossip but as a moment of truth. Raw and unforgettable. Thank you for joining us on this journey into one of the most shocking and beautiful revelations in Korean entertainment. This has been Red Carpet Revealed, bringing you closer to the stars and the secrets behind the spotlight. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, because the next big story could break at any moment, and you won't want to miss it.